Today I'm going to demonstrate the difference that wood has on screws. We often get customers calling in saying a screw may be breaking or causing them problems, causing them issues. So I'm going to just highlight what effects wood can have on the screws that we're working with. So here in front of me I've got three wood timbers. We've got an African azobe, a European oak and a white pine of some description, very low grade, wide growth grains. So what I'm going to just demonstrate, they've all got timber's strength or density is measured, and for kind of to put things into perspective, the African hardwood is got a density of 1120 kilograms per meter cubed. The oak is somewhere around about 780 kilograms per meter cubed, and the dear old pine is somewhere around about 350. So there's a massive step. Now, just to help kind of add a third dimension to it, chipboard flooring, very common thing that we all fix down to, is somewhere around about 660. So it's nearly as hard as an oak, just to give you a rough idea, because of the way it's compressed and glued and held together with various resins and adhesives. So chipboard, often the product we think of being like our Weetabix, is kind of, actually stronger than you think. So I'll demonstrate the differences working within different woods. So I'm using a regular impact driver. We're going to start off first with our ProBuild Gold into pine. As you'll see, they should go in relatively quickly and relatively easily. As you see, zipped in, no problems, and pulled down. Again, this is now our Sonic. You should see at slightly faster speed. Not a huge amount different, but a very slight difference in speed. We'll now move on to our Oak. As you see, slightly slower to start as a harder material. And as you may have noticed, the screw actually snapped once the head reached. Now this is where the difference is of countersunking ribs. So this is now the high performance Sonic. Similar thing, again started slightly faster and easier due to the slash point. And as you see, that countersunked beautifully rather than snapping proud like the standard ProBuild, showing that for harder woods a high performance screw will work better. We now finally have our African azobe, which is the hardest of all, and this is the test for any screw, no matter the type or brand. So as you can see, quite slow to start because of how hard it is. We've now started, and then we're going to drive in. As you can see, screw broke off as the timber is so incredibly hard. We now go up to the Sonic, which is the high performance version. As you may have noted, the screw did shatter once it started to try and embed the head, but this is an incredibly hard wood. Here I have one of the market leaders, a Spax, so pretty well known in the industry for being the #1 screw. I'm just going to demonstrate this into the same material just to prove the hardness of the material we're working with. And exactly the same thing, snapped off. So it is an incredibly hard wood, a massive challenge for any screw that goes into it. So just to demonstrate a little bit further the difference between how hard or soft a wood might be and the difference that can make, I'm just going to demonstrate the old-fashioned, taking a good old round wire now, 4-inch, and hammering it in, and you can see, I'll let you do the counting, how many blows it takes to knock a nail in. Now I know some people are going to laugh because I'm not the best at nailing using a hammer, but we'll give it a go. Hopefully I miss my fingers. So that's into the softwood or the pine. Now we're going to go into the oak. And then finally into the African hardwood. So you can hear the difference in sound between each one. take another one because that went horribly wrong. And we're going to try again into the African hardwood. As you can see, incredibly hard. The nails start to bend quite prematurely on. Probably lucky there, went in through a bit of a shake, but as you can see, an awful lot harder and kind of a lot tougher to work with than something, let's say, the pine. So kind of gives you a bit of an idea of how the different woods can affect the screws we're working with.